Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to East Ascension Spartan Football Stadium in Gonzales, Louisiana. Tonight is a special night for the entire Spartan family. It's the 52nd homecoming game for the EA Spartan family. A lot of activities all week long at school and a lot more planned for the halftime. Tonight we have two undefeated teams, the St. Charles Comets and the East Ascension Spartans, both 2-0. They will battle on our EATEL game of the week. Finally, we have some great football weather out there. Temperatures in the 60s tonight. It's going to be a good one tonight for all of our EATEL game of the week fans. The Comets versus the Spartans.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our Eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Hi, Monica Arnold, reminding you that your support of EATEL Cares is helping education in our area. Volunteer Ascension is a dynamic organization in our area. Their annual school tools drive gets kids the resources they need to succeed. The EATEL Technology Awards provides laptops for college to deserving seniors. Teachers are awarded cash for resources through our Reach a Kid grants. We could not do it without your patronage. Thanks for supporting EATEL and education.
Well, folks, it's a great night for football. You cannot believe the field looks absolutely outstanding. A little fireworks display. Big homecoming for the East Ascension Spartans. St. Charles coming in from right down the road at LaPlace, coming here to East Ascension. Joining them, both teams 2-0. As you see walking out on the field, you have number 6 for East Ascension, Devon Johnson, senior running back, and number 44 for St. Charles, Joshua Templain. As you can see, you know, the new rules this year with the virus situation. Only one person can represent the team. Officials do a good job explaining everything, you know, just exactly what the options are. Let's see who looks like St. Charles won the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. And the East Ascension Spartans are going to receive here the opening kickoff. Let's look at some of our activities here about our coaches and our teams, and just see how they're doing so far. You know, St. Charles right now, they're ranked number 5th, and they're in the AA. East Ascension 10th. Hi, I'm your announcer, David Swacker. You know, my good buddy Lyle. You know, he's doing all his work from home and does a tremendous job of supplying information to us. And he's not going to be with us tonight, but he's also a very big part of our activities. We have Nolan, our producer here. Chuck's on the camera. JT's the spotter. And, of course, my name is David Swacker. Your coaches here, Frank Monica and Darnell Lee. You can see records that Frank Monica is 275-84 over a 30-plus career, maybe 40 a year career. Here we get the opening kickoff. Chauvin Deep to kick it off. You got Michael Harris and Jordan Goodlaw on a return. Little shorter kick. East Ascension tries to get it up to about the 25-yard line, maybe a gain of 5 on that return. Spartans always huddling up. Come out with 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left, and a little motion right off the bat. Little fake one way, handle the other way. Nice run right up the middle. It looks like Samuel's right up the middle. Nice little run. Walter Samuels, just a 10th grader. Get a little time here in just a second. We'll go over the offensive starters for East Ascension. Boy, you look at this field, it is tremendous. Again, the same formation, 3 receivers to the right. Got Troy Dunya, quarterback. Mack in motion. Dunn fakes it. Carries it outside. Pickup up about 7. Nice pickup of first down right there. Yeah. Got him. Yeah, he's in. Mack in motion again, going across the formation. Now you have 3 receivers into the sideline. Walter Samuel in the backfield. Let's take a look at our East Ascension offensive starters. Troy Dunn, your quarterback. Walter Samuel, your running back. Lavelle Chopin is your wide receiver. Jordan Goodlow and Xavier Jupiter, wide receivers, along with Jaquel Mack. Offensive line, left tackle Darrell Jefferson, Jaladen Jackson, Gavin Sonyet, Marcus Banks, and Javon Richardson, your offensive line. Samuel right here. Nice little run to the outside. 15-yard gain by Samuel. Nice job there, Samuel. Good blocking on the outside by the wide receivers. I tell you what, the St. Charles team, they're 2-0 right now and have not given up a point on this short season. East Ascension, motion across. Again, there's Samuel breaking a couple of tackles. So we got a nice thing going here where they're faking the speed sweep and then handing the ball off. Looks base blocking by the offensive line. And Walter Samuel's finding a hole right in there, and it picked up 8 or 9 yards on that play right there. All right, now we have an empty formation. Dunn by himself in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. Over the middle, it's intercepted by St. Charles.
Dunn's pass is intercepted by
Manuel Eugene. Excellent job on the return, about a 10-yard return on the play, but Eugene caught that pass right over the middle, just stepped a little bit in front of the East Ascension receiver to pick it off, headed in the other direction for about a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. East Ascension defensively. Got a little bootleg action. Nice run by the quarterback.
McNair on the scramble around the left side. Stop by.
Quarterback right there, Vicnair. Jake Vicnair on the quarterback, bootleg keeper. And the tackle was, I think, Marcellus Taylor. Nice pickup for a first down. St. Charles, look at this, 4 backs. Now we break it apart. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That was interesting. Speed sweep, number 1. Golf. Riante Jones, linebacker. Watch him come through the C gap right here. Unblocked, makes a big play for about a 5 or 6 yard loss. You know, Riante's, as a sophomore, started for the Spartans, and now he's in his junior year, and he is a grown man. All right. See Vic Nair under center. There, now he's in the shotgun. Little speeds, a little option play to the outside. Blake Thompson with a tackle. The Spartans do an outstanding job. First of all, stopping the quarterback and then doing a good job with no gain. You have a 3rd and 14 situation, basically in the middle of the field. Vic Nair's your quarterback. Goff is your running back. Shotgun. Vic Nair back to pass. Down the field. A little bit high. Intended receiver. Dylan Brown. Nice pressure by the defensive front of the Spartans. Well, let's see, 4th and 14. Here comes another group out, probably punting. I see nobody moving from the East Ascension defensive huddle, and that is because they're probably playing defense out there just in case of a fake punt. And what happened? Block punt. Darrell Boykins with the block right there. One more time. Can you do it one more time? Replay one more time. Well, you know, cameraman lost it just a second. It was blocked and returned to the 19-yard line. You have number 6 back in for the Spartans at running back. Done at your quarterback. We got a penalty by the headline judge. Basically just getting some of the coaches to back up a little bit. Usually a warning to start with. East Ascension lining up in a tight end situation. Boy, nice job right there. Number 6, Johnson, started the game out and had a nice run or two right there. Kept those feet moving. The offensive line did an outstanding job of keeping that going. You know, just think about this. St. Charles, you know, winning 20-0 last week against E.D. White. Beating Slidell in week 1. Johnson again. And you had a 2nd and 1 situation. It looks like he got the first down there. It's about a 2-yard gain. So now, you know, this is what I sometimes refer to as the vomit zone here. When you first go from the 9-yard line, you know, you got an extra man in there, the back of that end zone, and it's tough. The defenses kind of stack up against you, and let's just see who wins these battles here. Same play that they ran a couple of times. Fumble on the play, St. Charles, number 47. Bryce Batucci on the recovery. Boy, they had that little fake on a speed sweep that they've been doing and have had some great success in moving the ball down the field with 4 or 5 of those plays. And right there, East Ascension, Johnson just could not hang on to it. Let's look at the East Ascension defensively. Well, you got Jarrell Boykins at one defensive end, Martez Scott, Ashton Milton, Those are your linemen. Your linebackers, Blake Thompson, Marcellus Taylor, Ronte Jones. Those are your three linebackers. And in the secondary, Brenton Ragusi, Cale Babin, Antoine Foster, Amari Mitz, and Justin Walker in the secondary. Now here we go, 1st and 10. This off-tackle play, running back, and this is where East Ascension has had their strength. From tackle to tackle, you watch this replay right here, and Ragusa on a stop right there, basically a solo tackle, but had a nice little opening in there, but number 5, Ronte Jones, did a good job from his middle linebacker spot. Here we go. St. Charles shifts to the shotgun. 2 backs in there, staying in there, helping the quarterback. Long pass down the floor. Little overthrown right here. Kendrick Broussard on the coverage there. You can see Cale Babin coming over the top to help. You have a 3rd and 10 situation. I mean, when you look at East Ascension's defensive front with Milton, Boykins, and Scott, that's some big human beings in there to apply pressure in the run game or on the quarterback. Little slip screen out to the outside. East Ascension did a good job. Kind of into their sideline and ran out of a little room right there. A lot of Spartans over there helping on the tackle. 4th and 10. This is where East Ascension blocked the last punt. Cale Babin goes deep. Nice snap. Cale Babin, outstanding job with the fair catch. Spartans have 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Homecoming night for the East Ascension Spartans. Darnell Lee in his 5th year. 35-15 at East Ascension. 50-32 overall. Here are the Spartans on offense. Little motion man. Well, evidently when Jordan Goodlow went in motion, evidently somebody was moving on the line. 1st and 15, not your favorite situation for any offensive coordinator. Samuel, nice reception, breaking 1 or 2 tackles and picking up some plus yardage. Almost looks like a little screen right here to Samuel in the flat. St. Charles does an outstanding job of finding it, but just did not come up with a tackle with the first 2 guys there. So you had about a 5-yard gain there, 2nd and 10. East Ascension always huddles like this, so just the lineman, the quarterback, and running back. Drell Mack in a tight wing spot. Right down the middle of the field, and there's Mack coming from that tight wing spot. Jaquel Mack. Dunn sees him right down the middle of the field, picks up 34 yards on the play. Now we got a flag on the play. Line judge is talking to the referee. EA's clapping like they think it's against St. Charles. I think you got half the distance to the goal, so it's going to be first and goal from about the 5 or 6 yard line. Well, that ball kind of rolled out of that pile right there again. It looks like maybe he was down. You know, this is one of the drawbacks of the spread offense is when you get in short yardage situations or goal line situations, you can put a lot of people on that line of scrimmage. And if you don't add folks, you know, you're going to have to figure out some kind of way in the passing game or maybe in the outside game to get that ball into the end zone. Now they try a little different here. Samuel in the I backfield.
One is tripped up in the backfield by number 44, Joshua.
Or there's a Captain champion. Tempin did a good job right there. Now we have a third down situation, 3rd and 6. Basically, the Spartans gone nowhere on this first and goal from the 6 yard line. Had a chance on that last possession. St. Charles adjusting. Samuel around the right side. Gets a little closer to that goal line, down to about the 2 yard line. The referee line judge is spotting it. Fourth and 2, and you're going to be on the right hash. Not a great spot for high school field goal extra point kickers. You know, the closer you get to that goal line, if you're on a hash mark, it comes in at a sharp angle. Logan, you got Wheat, quarterback, holding the snap, holds, good. And no good. Looks like a little bit wide to the left. And it looks like the ball went straight up in the air. And so twice St. Charles has held the Spartans in some critical situations on a 19-yard field goal attempt. Well, because it's inside the 20 on that field goal attempt, move the ball out to the 20-yard line for St. Charles. Quarterback underneath center. Coach Monica says, let's call timeout, make sure we get the right things going here. Well, it's homecoming for the Spartans. Great time of the year for high school sports, boy, when you have the homecomings. Last week we did Santa Moss. Tonight there's homecoming over at Dutchtown. Tonight you have East Ascension Spartan homecoming. 52nd homecoming event. What do you think the record is? What do you think the Spartan homecoming record is? Give you a chance to think about it, just a few seconds. And here we go with 31-20. There it is. We'll come back and check this out. Let's get back to the action. All right, we're in a shotgun formation. Nice little handoff up the middle for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Well, watch his running back roll those shoulders to lay it. Little trap block in there. Boy, East Ascension had a heck of a game last week against Warren Easton. And maybe some people even quit watching the game at halftime. But, boy, it was a heck of a fourth quarter and a heck of 2 overtimes. Outside zone play. Goff on a carry into the short side of the field. Little outside zone. Trying to get outside. East Ascension does a great job moving up the field, and maybe a loss of 1 or 2 on the play creates a 3rd and 5 or 6 situation. Back in the shotgun. Drop back pass. Down from behind. That's Marcellus Taylor from behind on the sack, creating a 4th down situation. Now this is 3 times St. Charles has punted for almost this exact same spot on the field.
That's the end of the first quarter. So 0-0.
Here we are at the end of the first quarter. You got a 0-0 score, and that is what St. Charles is used to giving up on the first 2 games. We'll go to a break from one of our sponsors, and we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on our EATEL Game of the Week.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
Here we are back at Spartan Stadium. St. Charles with a punt. Cale Babin did not give the fair catch, but I like he caught the ball. And I might add this to Cale Babin's title. He's also the homecoming king here at East Ascension this year, voted on by the senior football players. So good field position for Coach Darnell Lee and his offensive team. Looks like you're going to have 2 backs joining the quarterback in the backfield. Nice little hitch pass out to the outside. Chopin. Now, right here does a good job turning up on the outside. Right here's a pickup of 8 on that play. They're taking some time getting some plays in. As you can see, at the end of each play, unless it was stopped by a penalty or something, they're going to put 40 seconds on that clock. And it is going to get going. Dunn just throws it out of bounds over the head of one of the receivers. The referee right there calls, looks like holding. See the call by the official. Holding versus Spartans. Boy, that's a tough one right there, because if we have a spot foul, or I guess we're going to go from the down box. Second down. Second and 20. Dunn back to throw. Complete. Goodlow on a completion. Picked up about 8 on the play. Makes it a little bit more manageable, but still tough. 3rd and 12 situation. You can see over there in the stands still with the COVID situation, you're only allowed so many spectators. Dunn dropping back, nice little screen, and a great job by St. Charles. Jaquile Mack, boy, great job there. 75. Britton Dean, great job right there from his defensive line position in making a play. It looks like East Ascension is minus a punt team member. That's not a fun situation to forget that if you're on the punt team or any of the special teams. East Ascension calls timeout. Well, you East Ascension alums, you know, you understand that 52 homecoming games. They did not have games in 1966 and 69. The one-step kick, great job right there. 25-yard punt. The deep snapper there was Brent Ragusa. And Wheat is your punter. Of course, in Wheat's situation, you know, as a quarterback also, a lot of things can happen in that quarterback-punter assignment. Now, St. Charles hadn't done very well offensively, and here they start with a handout with the outside zone, and East Ascension, Darrell Boykins, boy, he just does a great job of just using his hands to get rid of that offensive blocker and easily makes the solo tackle. It looks like St. Charles, a lot of runs going into their bench or their sidelines. Let's see if that changes up with this play. Low draw play on the outside. That's number one, that's Golf. Picks up about 4 or 5 on the play. You got a 3rd and 5, long 5, maybe 6. You know, if Coach Monica and them, they studied up on that film pretty good. East Ascension did a very poor job in this situation defensively last week. A lot of jumps. Great execution on the outside screen. Cale Babin. Harris Boy, nicely set up. Basically one-on-one with the lineman out there pulling. And the right corner, Chase Bouva, he did not like what he saw right there with everybody coming at him in that situation. Got a penalty on the play. Low motion penalty, procedure.
Second down, 15 for the Comets at midfield.
Here we are. EATEL Game of the Week, St. Charles Catholic Comets, East Ascension Spartans, 0-0. East Ascension's had some opportunities, just could not score. Another draw play right there. Oh. There you see the tackle right there by. Looked like Boykins on the tackle right there, or Lee Thomas Jr. Looked like he was the one that made the tackle. Big play, 3rd or 2nd and 20. Intercept by the Spartans. Got a couple of penalties. Justin Walker returning it all the way back to the 30, but I believe some of this is going to come back. Nice interception on the long pass down the middle by Walker. Then right there, oh, you have a blindsided block. Marcellus Taylor blocking the back is going to bring probably 40 to 50 yards off of this play. Well, you go from the 30-yard line all the way back to the 20-yard line. That's 50 yards. All right, let's see what Dunn can do right here. Get him going. Got a motion penalty right off the bat. Walter Samuel in the backfield. Samuel and Dunn in the backfield. Hand off to Samuel.
Samuel goes off the left side.
Picks up the 4 or 5 yards that they just lost on the penalty.
Picks up about 5. It'll be second down and 10 from the 20. Samuel Joyce also in on the tackle for the Comets.
This rivalry right here is going back many years. The East Ascension leads the series 6-3. Dunn drops back, long pass down the field. Free safety came over and made a heck of a play.
Broken up by number 38,
That's Xavier Jupiter. 38 for St. Charles makes a heck of a play. Cade Pageant. East Ascension won last year, 14-6. Dunn in the backfield, dropping back. Low pressure. St. Charles does a good job bringing Dunn to the ground.
Joshua Campaign. Moving on for the Spartans.
That's your linebacker, your captain of the night, 44. Templane.
Timeout. Tonight, again, the Spartans.
It's going to bring a 4th down and 13 situation.
Performance is being proud to care for the families of Gonzales. Good old-fashioned care with modern conveniences is what Bertrand's Pharmacy has been
Cullen Wheat's going to be your punter.
online at Bertrand'sPharmacy.com.
And Brenton Ragusa will be your deep snapper.
Also, the East Texas High School Sports Medicine staff would like to thank the following local businesses for their sponsorship. Pico Builder Supply, Johnson Field Glass and Body Shop, SKR Construction, Eustace Mortgage Company, and Ross Downey Chevrolet. It's because of the great local businesses like these, the sports medicine program at EA continues to provide high-quality health care for our athletes. Thank you for your support. We set the top for the Spartans and
East Ascension with a little shift. Cullen gets it off. Nice punt. Going there deep. Nice catch there by St. Charles. Do not let that ball hit the ground. Golf right there. Your running back's also your return man for the Comets. There's St. Charles coming out of the huddle. Shotgun formation. Little handoff to the left. Boykins over there on the offensive left side has not allowed too much in the running game to his side, and St. Charles has tried over and over trying to get something out of that left side into their sideline there. Nice run by the quarterback. Vic Nair right there, looking to throw. Running back does a good job of helping out. Turns up the field. Good pickup right there by Vic Nair. Third and 2 situation. East Ascension defensive front forms a wall in there. St. Charles gets nothing. If anything, maybe lost a half a yard.
brings up 4th down. And still about 2 yards to go.
So what do you do here? In the middle of the field, defensively, you've done an outstanding job. Maybe they try to get East Ascension to jump off sides. Pretty successful for Warren Eastern last week. Here they're in tight. What a difference a week makes for the defensive front four and the linebackers for the East Ascension Spartans.
East Ascension High School is committed to providing a safe and healthy environment for our students, community members, and visitors. Our goal is to mitigate the potential for transmission of COVID-19 and that everyone
Let's
will
look
follow
at
the
that.
full cooperation here tonight. All spectators must wear face coverings and practice.
You can see homecoming right here. 52nd homecoming. They're 31-20 all time. Did not have homecoming games in 1966 and 69. Lee High School has been the homecoming opponent most of the times. 11 games. Coach Darnell Lee has won the last 3 straight homecoming games. And last year, East Ascension defeated Northwest 41-8 in week 3 for homecoming. So it looks like the Comets are going to punt here. Easily could have a fake punt here. Going to rely on that defense. Ricocheted off of a defensive player, our defensive punt team player.
Now the ball for the Spartans, we're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So we have 3:31 left in the half. Got some nice halftime activities with these Spartanettes dancing. I think also they're going to acknowledge the homecoming court and the queen. Homecoming queen Rebecca Burke. Homecoming king, number 3, Cale Babin. And then we're going to have a interview with Lauren Avery, the associate principal, involved in some of the homecoming activities and just seeing what's going on at East Ascension right here towards the end of the first grading period, the first 9 weeks. East Ascension under center, just handing the ball off like in a little power dive right there. Now they're in a spread. Dunn right there, tries to throw it outside, could not get it off. Does a good job right there. Could not throw it to the outside. Does a good job right there getting down the field, and as you can see right there, to the 45-yard line, first down. Under 3 minutes. Got him in the backfield.
One is sacked in the backfield.
Caden Jones. Nice job on the sack in the backfield on Dunn.
Second down. 14 for the Spartans, so they're on 41.
But Coach Monica told me this week, defensively, we're very good. Offensively, it takes a little time to get that going for both of these teams. Samuel for one of these plays that East Ascension's ran with a little fake jet sweep. Hands up, little dive, and you pick up about 5 or 6 yards, and you end up with a 3rd and 9 situation. 1.5 minutes left. Dunn gets caught in the backfield. Doing a good job rushing the outside backer right here, 32. Gets to Dunn and pulls him down. That's Tyler Boudreau. And that clock is running under a minute. You might want to let this thing just, if Coach Monica's not going to call timeout, you might want to just sit there and say, we'll let this thing run down. And I think right there, Deontay Jones is saying we're just going to take a delay game right here. Good move by Coach. 33 seconds left. Got some halftime activities to show you with the Spartanettes. I think the homecoming court is here, and we're going to talk to Associate Principal Lauren Avery during our halftime break. Wheat back to punt. Partially blocked. Wheat did a great job of getting that ball off as quick as possible, but it was partially blocked right there and only went about 10 yards down the field. This could be interesting right here. Not real sure what St. Charles has in the kicking game, but they're at the 50-yard line, and they have a timeout left. If they could get that thing down the field about another 30 yards, they might be in position to try a long field goal to end this first half. Vic Nair under center. Drops back. Hands the ball off to the running back. That looked like a strange play to me, but it worked for some nice yards. Kind of a little special little toss to the running back as he drops back. 17 seconds. Can we see that? Can we replay? No, hey, no. So as Vic Nair was dropping back, it looks like he just dropped the ball into the running back's hands, and he picked up, as you can see right there, about 6 yards on the play. Interesting play right there. Just trying to make something happen. Coach Monica, about 40-something years in this profession and done one heck of a job. So let's see what one of your best high school coaches in the state has got lined up to run. East Ascension got a couple of players deep. Little sprint out here by Vic Nair, throwing the ball down the field long. Intercepted by Cale Babin. Down the sideline, Babin goes and is tackled around midfield with 2 seconds left in the first half. Well, just throwing the ball down deep. Probably had a guy open if we could have thrown it a little bit further. And Babbitt does an outstanding job leading his team down the field. They do a good job blocking for him, and they get down the field to around midfield with 2 seconds left in the first half. Here's Samuel on the run and out of bounds, and that's the end of your first half. We'll take a break right now. There's a flag on the play. There's Samuel getting Knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Holding against the Spartans. Declined.
That's going to be holding against the Spartans. It's going to be declined. As you see, our halftime score on the EATEL Game of the Week, the Comets versus the Spartans with no score, 0-0. We'll be back after this word with some halftime homecoming activities.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Hello, I'm David Swacker here with the EATEL Game of the Week at Spartan Stadium on Burnside Avenue in Gonzales, Louisiana. As you see, our halftime score, 0-0. And it's not that the Spartans, they had 2 or 3 opportunities inside the red zone and could not get that ball in for a score. Defensively, the Spartans have done a heck of a job. And in all the efforts that East Ascension has had of getting the ball in the red zone, St. Charles has done a tremendous job with their defense of stopping the Spartans. Usually a turnover. We've had a couple of blocked punts. And so that's kind of how the halftime works. Very good defensive game, not a lot of offense by either team. As you see on the field right here, we have the Spartanettes. They're going to perform here in just a second. First of all, we're going to have the band coming in. So let's listen to the East Ascension Spartan Band.
Spartan Nation halftime starts now.
ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us
There you'll
tonight
hear
for our homecoming game.
Associate Principal Lauren Avery introducing the homecoming court.
Than they have in the past. Instead of a parade and a pep rally as usual, last night we had a caravan that began at East Ascension High School and ended in the stadium. In an attempt to make sure that we were able to invite all family and friends for our court and our senior football players, we announced our Queen and King last night here in a homecoming presentation, so that all of you would be able to see our 2020 homecoming court. They will not be escorted tonight like they were last night. However, we will do a quick introduction. Our first homecoming maid is Miss Kyra Anderson. She is the daughter of Carol and Kimberly Anderson and plans to attend Dillard University, majoring in psychology and minoring in social work. Our next maid, Miss Lauren Bennett. Lauren is the daughter of Sean and Dawn Bennett, and she plans to attend Howard University in Washington, D.C., majoring in biology and pre-med. Let's hear it for Miss Megan Bursajay. Megan is the daughter of Cody and Adrian Bursajay. She plans to attend Northwestern University and complete a master's degree in software engineering. Miss Aaliyah Champagne is our next maid. She is the daughter of Eric and Tasha Jones. After graduation, she plans to attend Fran U and major in radiology. Emily Cryer is our next maid. She is the daughter of Jason and Shelley Cryer. She plans to attend Nichols University and become an ultrasound technician. Can we hear it for Abby Delone? Abby Delone is the daughter of Michael and Missy Delone. After graduation, she plans to attend LSUE to study biological sciences and transfer to a four-year university to focus on dental hygiene. Our next maid tonight is Miss Amia Johnson. She is the daughter of Johnny and Deborah Johnson. After graduation, she plans to attend LSU and major in interior design. Our next maid, Miss Diamond King. Diamond is the daughter of Anthony and Connie King. After graduation, she plans to attend LSU, majoring in biological sciences to become a physician's assistant. Miss Layla Landry is our next maid. She is the daughter of Lester Landry Jr. and Jody Simmons. After graduation, she plans to attend Southern University and become an obstetrician and gynecologist. Miss Genesis Mendez is our next maid. She is the daughter of Cesar and Jackie Mendez. She plans to attend Nichols State University, majoring in speech pathology to become a speech therapist. Let's welcome Miss Emma Lomstan. She is our next maid. Emma is the daughter of Eric and Jennifer Lomstan. After graduation, she plans to go to River Parishes Community College and major in business. Asia Washington is our next maid. She is the daughter of Nedra Washington and the late Bradley Washington. She plans to attend Southern University, majoring in marketing research. Emma Wheat is our next maid. She is the daughter of Corey and Amy Wheat. She plans to attend cosmetology school with aspirations of owning her own beauty salon. Our next maid is Miss Paige Williams. She is the daughter of Timothy and Danielle Cola. After graduation, she plans to attend Southern University, majoring in science. Ashlyn Woods is our next maid. Ashlyn is the daughter of Adonis and Denise Woods. After graduation, she plans to attend Southern University, majoring in business management with a minor in English. Adriana Zubiati is our next maid. She is the daughter of Anissa and Guadalupe. After graduation, she plans to continue her education at Louisiana State University, majoring in psychology. And at this time, we would like to present our 2020 homecoming queen, Miss Rebecca Burke. Rebecca is the daughter of Chris and Connie Burke. She participates as being a senior demonstrator at All About Dance and is involved in community service. She is also co-captain her junior year and head captain her senior year of the Spartanettes. She has been named to second team all-district for softball in her freshman and sophomore years. And in her spare time, she enjoys dancing, hanging out with friends and family, and spending time outdoors. After graduation, she plans to attend LSU to major in social work and continue working towards her teacher certificate at her dance studio. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for our 2020 homecoming chorus? As always, East Ascension High School is committed to providing a safe and healthy environment for all of our students, community members, and visitors. Our goal is to mitigate the potential for a transmission of COVID-19, and that requires the full cooperation of everyone here tonight. All spectators must wear a face covering and practice social distancing of at least 6 feet, which is marked in the bleachers. Members of the same household are allowed to sit together in groups no larger than 10. Our capacity for Spartan Stadium is limited to 25%, and only essential personnel are allowed on the field before, during, and after the game. Thank you for your cooperation and support, and as always, go Big Blue!
And we're back here closing halftime activities. We have with us Lauren Avery, the Associate Principal at East Ascension High School. There's a nice picture. You see us there. Miss Avery, tell us a little bit what's going on at the high school now that we have a homecoming week. And with all the COVID situations, COVID-19 situations, what are some changes that had to happen this week?
Well, I guess to begin, we've really focused since school began on making sure we're following all of the COVID-19 precautions. Homecoming week is a huge tradition at EA. Students dress every day. It's filled with tons of activities. And so that definitely changed. One of the biggest things was that all of our students weren't on campus this week. So we just began bringing all of our students back on campus. On Monday, we brought those home-based students here. On Thursday, we brought all of our freshmen back, and then today was the first day we brought all of our sophomores through seniors. And so, again, just really trying to make sure that we are following those precautions. We didn't have a parade last night. We had a caravan whenever we got here to make sure that we were able to accommodate for all of our maids and the senior football players. We had a special event here that night so that
everybody's family could come out.
Yes, sir. So everybody's family could come. Otherwise, it would have only allowed just, a few students for each one of those.
Well, we'll go up, continue talking right into the start of the second half. Talk a little bit about Cale Babin, defensive back, and also returns punts, and our queen, Rebecca Burke.
Yeah, so she was a great choice. We were very excited. I was very excited when I heard that she had won. She's not only a great student, but she's also an athlete. She's played softball for several years and is also captain of the Spartanettes. So she's a well-rounded and a great representation of East Ascension High School.
And that is, how is she selected?
The students vote.
Okay.
So there's a voting process that takes place, and from there she was named queen.
So, all right, we talked about how many kids will not be at East Ascension that are still going to continue to do the virtual learning?
So we have about 200.
And so what's our student population in East Ascension?
So our numbers are like 1892, I think, to be exact. So we'll have about 200 students who will remain doing virtual home-based. But we want them all back. So we want them all back on campus.
As you can see down there, your Spartans are not leading right now. It's 0-0. It's an exciting game.
Just give us some time. Just give us some
I'm
time.
going to give you 2 more quarters, okay?
I mean, did you watch the Warren Easton game? It takes us a little while to get warmed up.
Well, it takes until the 4th quarter to warm up. But I'm going to tell you what, I watched that entire game, and it was a little bit disappointing for everybody. I'm sure Coach Lee says the same thing. As you can see, kicking East Ascension, kicking off to St. Charles. They bring it back to the 25. Well, Lauren, I appreciate everything that you do. I know my wife, works with you, and y'all were together at Santa Maria for a number of years, and just an outstanding. She just talks highly of just all the great things that are happening here at East Ascension.
We are super proud of what we do.
Yes.
Great faculty, great staff.
And a lot of, like you said, a lot of great traditions.
Absolutely.
Too.
Absolutely.
Lauren Avery, thank you very much. He's going to break it long right here over the middle. And that's your quarterback, Vic Nair. Let's see if we can watch a replay of this. Vic Nair right there, right up the middle, basically untouched. Maybe got a shoestring on him right. And ends up on about a 75-yard run on that play. Boy, whatever Coach Monica told his kids at half, they came out and looks like they ran a middle return right up the middle, and then all of a sudden, big play by the quarterback, Vic Nair. And here they line it up in the traditional swinging gate, where you have a number of things that could happen. You people that watch Santa Maria Gators, they've been doing this for a number of years. Have probably 4 or 5 run pass options. And, of course, if things don't look good, they'll get a sign from the sideline, and they will just snap it back. .33 is kicking the extra point, and it is good. St. Charles leads 7-0 on our EATEL game of the week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Eustis Mortgage, Ross Downing GMC for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
Hello, I'm David Swacker here at Spartan Stadium. Coach Frank Monica, St. Charles Catholic, came out of the half, and I guess he fired up his kids and ran the opening kickoff. Nice little return out to the 25-yard line. And then Vic Nair, the quarterback, looks like they running a little option play, and he turns up and finds a hole to the right side into their sideline, which they've been running a lot of and not having a lot of success, but that one they did. And Vic Nair goes 75 yards for the touchdown. Extra point is good. And here we start the kickoff for St. Charles. Down to the 22-yard line. Nice little return. Boy, East Ascension's really pouring it on right there. So if you're a Spartan fan, you say, how many times have we started from this field position right here? And it's just been about all night long, and all of it is going in that direction away from the scoreboard. Looked like Cale Babbitt on the return. East Ascension comes up with a little bunch, a little tight formation. Outside run. Samuels trying to get it outside. Nobody's on. 13 does an excellent job. That's Walter Samuels on the run and Campbell on the tackle. You know, the Spartans had the right idea. Let's get out there. Let's see what Dunn can do at quarterback. Troy Dunn. Little dive up the middle of Samuels. Middle of that defensive line. And also linebacker. 44. Your captain for the night. Tamplain. 3rd and 10. That's been almost impossible for either team tonight. Not a lot of first downs on either side. Here comes the linebacker on a stunt. Outstanding job. Manuel Eugene comes untouched on the offensive right side. Dunn does not have a chance. Brings up a punting situation with 4th and 18. Look over there, you see the St. Charles people kind of spread out. Players spread out on the sideline. Cullen Wheat. Nice kick. Gets to the outside. Nice return. Goff on the return, running back, kick returner. Well, maybe East Ascension a little bit jumbled up right there. Goff able to get it outside to the 37-yard line. Tight end, a little motion, little hand with the sweep to Goff. Goff turns it upside, gets a couple of yards on the play.
Blake Thompson on the tackle. Picks up 2. He's 2nd down and 8. The Comets are on 39 yard line.
There's your 2nd and 8 situation. Snaps over the quarterback's head. Falls on it. And quarterback did the best thing he possibly could. Tried to pick it up the first time, bobbled it, went back another. Now it's 3rd and 26 from the 20-yard line. Well, this will be interesting. You got the wide side of the field, 1 receiver, 3 receivers into the sideline. And we got a little coming outside to the outside, a little draw. Boykins does a good job slowing that down. Let's see who helped him out on the tackle. And 54. Taylor helps out. This is exactly where St. Charles has punted twice tonight. You got a flag down there. Cale Babbitt makes the catch. The referee throws a flag. Got a personal foul. Personal foul, automatic first down. 15-yard penalty. With that 15-yard penalty, they're not even going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but they will have 1st and 10. St. Charles up 7-0 on a 75-yard run by number 4. There he is talking to his linemen and backs and receivers. There we go. Viatar, he's just standing up in there. And you got a sea of Spartan defenders pushing him back, and then another sea of St. Charles offensive linemen pushing him one way. End up picking up 3 on that play. There's a little quick pass out to the outside. Gets around the corner. Gets outside right down that sideline. Nice little pitch and catch. And you got 3rd and 1 situation. Before the ball snap, line judge throws a penalty, throws a flag. Basically, first, I think he's already warned St. Charles about being a little bit too close to that sideline, and now it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Crucial situation right there. 3rd and 1, now it's going to be 3rd and 6. See Coach Monica over there calling timeout.
Timeout, Thomas. The 3rd quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Snow Seafood Steakhouse. Snow Seafood.
Both teams huddled up with their coaches. We've got a few homecoming pictures. Here are the girls. You see Rebecca Burke there in the upper right-hand corner. She's your homecoming queen. All this happened last night here at Spartan Stadium. There's your Spartan cheerleaders. Always got to be involved. There's your senior football players along with Captain Cale. And check out the nice little maids and homecoming, Rihanna Rodriguez and Josh Maruskak. Back to the action. Snap over the quarterback's head. He goes to the ground. Boy, and that's not even close, folks. That might have went over a punter's head right there. Well, as an offensive coach, I mean, when you sit there, now this is 2 possessions in a row that end right here in this situation where it is 4th and 24. Last time, East Ascension ran into the punter, which created a first down situation. You got Cale Babin that's going to be going deep. He can make a play at any time on a return. Already have one punt blocked earlier by Darrell Boykins in the first possession of the first half. Not real sure what I guess maybe a hydration timeout. Yep, 6 minutes left in the quarter. Well, it's nice snap. Gets the ball off. Cale Babin does a great job catching that ball on the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Let's see what's happening in the 5-5A district schedule. Dutchtown's 2-0, leading big tonight. East Ascension's 2-0. Santa Ma's 2-0. Catholic's 1-1 and playing St. Thomas More. And Woodlong's playing their first game, and McKinley is 0-2. Back to the action. Samuel with the lead right up the middle. Picking up a few yards on the play. You know, East Ascension's missing something in their offense, just like St. Charles. St. Charles has one big play, and East Ascension has 0 big plays. You see they line up in that cover 2 look. You got it. Mack in motion. And then your right tackle, Richardson, kind of lifts up. Make sure that's Quinn at right tackle. Second and 10. We'll sprint out. Mack catches the ball. It's pushed out on the sideline there. Picks up a few yards on the play. Now we got a 3rd and 6 situation. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. East Ascension has to call a timeout. Tough night for third down situations for both teams. Got our EATEL games of the weeks coming up scheduled. You know, next week, Catholic High at East Ascension. Wow. That could be a big one. And Woodlawn at Dutchtown. And then in 2 weeks, East Ascension at Dutchtown. That's going to be huge. Santa Ma at Woodlawn. And you can see there on the replays our Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. At Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays on your replays for the EATEL game of the week. East Ascension, here we go. Got Babin in the game as a receiver. I tell you what, Coach Monica told me that 44, Joshua Tamplain, was a heck of a player. I think committed to Tulane. And I'm just telling you right now, he has made some gigantic plays for the St. Charles defense tonight. Well, East Ascension missing somebody on the punt team. There's number 1. Getting outside. Nice block. Down the sideline. Knocked out around the 40, 35-yard line. Got a penalty flag. I saw one block right there. They're going to call that every time. It used to be everybody loved that block. All the way up to the NFL, they are not allowing that block. And that's going to be a big one right there. So this thing goes to be a 10, 20, 30-yard penalty for the Comets. Coach Monica sending in the plays. How many plays has he called over his coaching career? God, he's got to have called thousands and thousands of plays. And a lot of good ones when you've won 275 football games. Big Nair. Just a delayed action on a draw play right there. No gain. Ronte Jones, number 5. At 270 pounds, a linebacker. Coach Lee talked about him. I saw him on one of his sports shows this week. Nice little play action pass. McNair. McNair falls. And the man we just talked about gets the ball. Let's see if we can see that again, exactly what happened. I guess he tried to throw it right when he was falling. And Riante Jones says, I'll take this, and catches it and runs out of bounds. So I've said this a number of times tonight, folks. East Ascension has started on this side of the field. I don't think they've actually even been on the other side of the 50. Samuel right there, trying to find a hole. Nothing there. Jones on the tackle. Loss of 1. Let's see what Dunn's got here. Here's a stunt from the outside. Had the right idea. Crossing right there. Going to throw it to Samuel out in the flat. Not real sure he would have had to have made a move or broken a tackle right there to get down the field. Now we have a 3rd and 11 situation. Linebackers coming. Dunn tries to escape. Boy, what a job right there by Dunn. Picking up like 6 or 7 yards on the play on second and third effort. And his teammates just dragging him along. A couple of St. Charles kids down on the play. We look at each team, the districts that you're in. Here's last week's result. Dutchtown beating Vanderbilt Catholic 31-20. That was last Wednesday. We had a couple of games on Wednesday. Big game, double overtime, East Ascension over Warren Eastern. Down in New Orleans, Santa Ma beat Sophie Wright 46-0. That was Thursday. Then the hurricane came, and then you had another Wednesday night. Great game. Edna Carr slipping by Catholic High 34-31. Struma beating McKinley, and the Woodlawn game was canceled. So St. Charles calls timeout. You got a 4th and 5 situation. You're listening to the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Piku Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Eustis Mortgage, Ross Downing, GMC, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
Here we're back at Spartan Stadium. Homecoming night for the Spartans. Homecoming week for the Spartans. 7-0. It has been a defensive slugfest. Here you're looking at the games that we have this week. Rain at Dutchtown, St. Charles Catholic at East Ascension, Santa Ma at Lutcher, St. Thomas More at Catholic, Woodlawn at played last night. McKinley was defeated by John Kennedy, and Donaldsonville, that game was canceled. 5-yard, knocked away at the last second on a 5-yard, 4th and 5 situation. So the Comets take over 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Not now. Hey, just wait a minute this second. 1st and 10. And that ball, fake and go. Quarterback. Think the same thing that he scored on right there. Said, let's try this again. Let's go 2nd and 6. Boy, everything running into that sideline. And both teams, not a whole lot of success. Vic Dare right there, or Golf trying to make some room in there, and Ragusa does a heck of a job bringing number 1 to the turf. Well, the white hat looks at Coach Darnell Lee. We got a holding on St. Charles. Do you want to take this penalty, or do you want to have a result? And Coach Darnell Lee says, let's move them back. Got a nice crowd, kind of spread out all over the place, observing your restrictions that you have on groups. Hand the ball off there. Golf. I know what Coach Monica's thinking. My defense has played a heck of a game tonight, and let's just make sure we don't do anything to mess this situation up with a mistake on offense. Quarterback draw. Up the middle for a couple of yards.
On the quarterback draw, number 99, Ashton Milton. Brings up fourth down. And about 11 to go for the Comets. They're on 31-yard line.
You got punt return. Punt team, 4th and 11. And you have the end of the third quarter. 7-0 St. Charles. We'll be back in just a second and see what happens in this fourth quarter for both of these outstanding football teams. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Piku Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Eustis Mortgage, Ross Downing, GMC, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program.
Here we are to start the fourth quarter. Starting the fourth quarter, where you see that down and distance there, it's 4th and 11. St. Charles Catholic from Laplace. Just a AA school. And playing lights out tonight against 5A East Ascension Spartans. Punting on 4th down. Nice kickoff. Let's see what Cale Babin grabs it on the first bounce. Gets outside Cale. See what he can do down the sideline. Makes a cut back. Going to end zone from 55 yards out. Cale Babin, homecoming king. But we have a flag on the play. Watch Cale right here. Nice block. Nice block. Get down the sidelines and does a heck of a job getting into that end zone. It is against St. Charles. Let's see what the referee says. So, how crucial is this? The homecoming king, Cale Babin, does a heck of a job with the punt return. Very capable of doing that. Seen that a number of times over middle school all the way up through high school days. And now you have your snapper, Ragusa, your holder, Cullen Wheat, and your extra point guy, Michael Harris. Nope, take that back. Logan Kern. This is huge, folks. And if this continues the way it's been going, we may be here for a while. two big plays in this game. One by the quarterback and one by the quarterback of St. Charles, and one by a defensive back, punt returner for the Spartans, Cale Babin. Not real certain what these referees are talking about, but I don't like this situation. You know, I think you kicker, you holder, they need to be moving around, not paying attention to what's going on over there, and maybe even come back over to the sideline because it looks like this referee's going to be here a while. There are some discussions of something that happened on the sideline, and we're going to find out about it right now. Won't be able to hear this, but he's coming over to talk to Coach Lee. Well, he called roughing the kicker. Not understanding this. But East Ascension.
Not sure what happened, but Spartans got the ball, touchdown off the board.
The 6 points have been taken away from the Spartans. So the Spartans go from getting a touchdown on the punt return, and now the officials are marking off a penalty against East Ascension for roughing the punter and giving the ball to St. Charles at the 46-yard line. Coach Lee is telling his defense to get out there. I'm not sure. Not real sure about that one. May have to read about that one in the paper. There's a sweep by the quarterback into the sideline for a 2-yard gain. St. Charles, 2nd and 8 situation. Quarterback keeps it up the middle. Oh, they called forward progress right there. Now you have a 3rd and 4 situation. Quarterback McNair right there. Play action pass. Decided to keep it off to the right side. Tackled down the field by Cale Babin. Oh, got an injured player on the field. Have a timeout. Do something next time. Please. Just put one of them up. Here comes St. Charles moving the ball. First down, 40-yard line, 39-yard line. A shift. Quarterback sweep left. And boy, he does a tremendous job of getting down the field, just outrunning. You see 43 right there pursuing Tyree Hayes. Just cannot quite make the tackle. St. Charles, here we go. Under center. High backfield. Right off tackle right there. Goff on the right side, number 1. He's been the workhorse tonight. Not a lot of yards, but he's got some tough yards, and that's a good first down right there by Goff. St. Charles to the line pretty quick, as always. Break into the shotgun. Quarterback sweep to the left. Nope. Here we go. Goff right there. Hand the ball off. Breaks the tackle. First down. Just muscling the ball down the field right here. McNair right there. Quarterback ISO. Nowhere to go. Maybe lost a half a yard. You see on the replay right here. Defensive line does an outstanding job right there with a number of gang tackles. As you can see, the Spartans' schedule this year, Northwest homecoming 21-0, beat Warren Easton last week 30-7, and 2 overtimes. St. Charles this week, the big one, Catholic coming to town, then they're going to Dutchtown and finish up with Sanamaw at Sanamaw. 2nd and 11. I backfield, sweep left. Goff does a good job picking up a couple of yards right there. That's number 5, linebacker, Bronte Jones with the tackle. 7.5 minutes left in the ball game. 7-0. St. Charles Catholic Comets, LaPlace, Louisiana. Sprint out, going screen back to the running back. They had the play. They had the play. Goff could not bring it in. Catholic here next week. Field goal. 42 yards. Is it long enough? And it's good. Huge points right there by St. Charles. Huge right there. Great job. Chauvin, junior kicker. Outstanding job. Put it right through. Now East Ascension is in the exact situation that they were in. 10. Last week against Warren Easton, and Troy Dunn led the Spartans back from nowhere and made some nice throws, over 200 yards passing. I think East Ascension had about 40 yards of offense after the third quarter and ended up with around 250 yards of offense. A lot of big plays by a lot of good athletes. And here they go. Let's see what happens right here on this kickoff. Down to the 5-yard line, inside the 5. Past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And that is Johnson on the return. So East Ascension has not done much throwing at all tonight. Not much on the success side, I should say. And we shall see what happens right here. Oh. I think we got Cullen Wheat in the game. Cullen Wheat right here. Nice little handoff. Down the sideline. All right, Wheat's going to see. Let's see what Wheat can do. Here we go. Empty backfield. We got a little 2-yard gain, and that's going to be Mack. I could have easily thrown in that little corner slot right over there. Waiting the empty situation. Coming from the outside, the good job. Down the field, completion to Mack. Oh, a nice job by the left tackle right there. Just a little bump right there by 70. Weeks keeps his shoulders square, turns upfield, thinking he's going to run it right there, but finds Mack wide open for a nice pickup of 28 yards. It's empty formation. St. Charles trying to play defense. Oh, number 70, Schluster. Outstanding job, man. Just a little punch on that defensive end. And Wheat made a nice little move in there, keeping his eyes downfield and throwing right on the mark right there to Mack. 6 minutes left. We got a little hydration timeout. East Ascension, 1st and 10. 45-yard line. Wheat back to throw. Got plenty of time. Moving around, keeps his feet moving. Nice job coming back to the ball. Watch Wheat take a nice hit right there, but Goodlow down the field, comes back to Wheat. Wheat keeps that shoulder square, finds him down the sideline for a first down. This is exactly what the Spartans did last week against Warren Easton, except it was done. Tonight it's Wheat. Wheat rush, taking the ball down the field. Looks like he got space for a first down. Let's see where the referee spots this. Good job of stepping up in there. All right. Boy, I see something really nice right there. The way Wheat keeps his eyes down the field. And look, right now this is what St. Charles is doing. They've had a lot of success doing this, bringing some heat. And here you go, Wheat. You outside, sprint out, sweep. Cale Babin saying, I just scored a touchdown right down this sideline just a while ago that they took back. And here you got, in the empty formation, you got Cale Babin in on offense. $5:19 left in the ball game. 10-0. The Spartans are driving. From the outside, you got to have a quick throw. Number 44. How many times we've called this number tonight? Outstanding job. Here, 44 comes again. Got a little fade throw into the sideline. Touchdown, Spartans. Neville Chopin. Nice little fade route. Wow. If you left at halftime, you messed up, folks. Just like last week. You got to stay. These guys are playing their hearts out, both teams. Outstanding job. Extra point is good by Kern. And I will say, Wheat says, I'll be involved in this too. I'm going to set it on the tee for you. All right, here we go. 4:47. 7 for the Spartans, 10 for the Comets. East Ascension has 2 timeouts left. Let's look at the LHSAA, or the Sports Writers, top 10 in 5A. Acadiana, boy, what a job. Ted Davidson retires, and they just continue on. Rummel 1-0. Catholic playing nothing but great teams. Zachary only got one game under their belt. Curtis is 1-1. Brother Martin and Ruston 2-0. West Monroe 1-1. Scotlandville and East Ascension 2-0. A lot of good football teams right there in that 5A rankings. So what you going to do right here? You're going to try an onside kick. You're going to kick it down there and see if we can stop them. Ball bounces. Drops it on the first kick. East Ascension does a great job. Nice job by the kicker. That's Kern. Could not handle it down there. Great coverage by the Spartan kickoff team. So here you have a situation where the ball is going to be inside the 10. You got 92 to go. This might be the first time all night that St. Charles has been on the right hash. They've been on the left hash into their sidelines all night long. Let's see what Vic Nair has in mind here. ISO to the right. Quarterback keeps it for 5. You see it right there, number 1. So not 5, I think it was 7 that he gained right there. 4:10 and counting. East Ascension with 2 timeouts. St. Charles, 1. ISO again. There it is, that little hole right there. Got to be a first down or close to it. Well, you see those pulling guards, guard and tackle, whatever they have pulling in there, really doing a good job leading up in there on that power blocking. 3:45 and counting. 1st and 10 situation. Coach Frank Monica, he's been in this situation 1,000 times. Clock is under 5 now. Handoff underneath. East Ascension coaches call for timeout with 3:17 left in the game. So this is going to be close. First down, it basically almost puts the game out of reach. I can't see you doing anything other than running that quarterback on those ISOs, those power plays, or running a sweep with golf number 1. Got a wide side of the field to the left. East Ascension down to their last timeout. This is going to be a crucial play right here, folks, for both teams. Vic there in the backfield. Handed the ball off. 44, Blake Thompson with a big play on the outside. Boy, what a play by the defensive end, Blake Thompson. Came to the outside with one of those read the defensive end plays. And I guess that was Blake Thompson, and maybe we had a bad read by Vic Nair, not real certain. But Thompson was right there to make the play. 2:45, 2:40 and counting. Under 10 on the play clock. Vic Nair under center. He's sprinting out to the right, going to keep it. Can't go out of bounds. Did not go out of bounds. East Ascension had to use that timeout. Boy, this was close to going out of bounds. Vic Nair, totally outstanding job what he did right there. Trying to figure out, I need to go down somehow right here. So now we have a 4th and 21 situation. Remember, East Ascension, I think it's Boykin, has blocked a punt. Remember this, Cale Babin, homecoming king, has run one back for a touchdown that didn't count. You're going to get this ball at least inside the 50-yard line on the punt, if they don't punt it out of bounds, which might be a smart thing to do. Coach Monica had his last words with his punt team. Look where Cale Babin is lining up at the 35-yard line. High snap. They're going to take a safety. Probably a pretty smart play right there. So that's going to move the score to 10-9. Now there's a flag on the play. That seems to be a little bit too much of that. So that's a common thing in this situation. Don't let them get to the punter or the quarterback, whoever was back there. Hold them. So they're going to kick off from the 20-yard line. So that last kickoff went inside the 5. So you'd put it to about the 25 to 30-yard line. Smart play right here. Instead of all right, you got your deep return guys from East Ascension. There they are at the 35-yard line. That's Cale Babin. Got to get it somewhere around the 25-yard line in order to have a shot at a field goal. It's coming to Cale Babin at the 30. Right up the middle, down the sidelines, Cale. There's Cale coming down inside about the 42-yard line. And folks, there is plenty of time left in this game at 2:07. When you're talking about a high school game or a college game where, you know, the clock's going to stop when you're going out of bounds. It's going to stop for first downs. You got plenty of time right here, and all you basically need to do is make a play or two. You know, the big thing is you don't necessarily have to make it on the first play. It's number 2 on the screen. That's Washington. Catches the screen. Nice little play call right there. Clock's running under 2 minutes. Wheat getting to play from the sideline. Still got plenty of time at 1:40. Here comes the linebackers. You got to get it off. You cannot get caught in that backfield. You got to be able to throw that thing away somehow. Now the clock becomes a little bit of an enemy right here. Got to have a short passing game on those linebackers coming. Here they come again. Catch over the middle. Back over the middle. Down to the 10-yard line. Easy field goal range. What a throw. Stepping up in the pocket right there. Under center. Clock kill. There you go. I like that. Give yourself plenty of time. And remember, East Ascension does not have any timeouts left. You can do a lot of things right here. You know, you say, well, you kick it right here. Depends on how much confidence you have in the extra point game. You say, well, do you want to run it right here? Here they come on the outside. Oh, mercy. Fade route to the outside, and they pick it and go 100 yards. Wow. What a play. Intercepts that ball and straight down the sideline. "39 seconds left. Go for one right here. Wow. Boy, that takes the life out of you as a spectator, as a player, as a coach. Cullen Weed had brought the team back. But they still got a chance, and that's how you have to look at it as a player and a coach. They are down by 8 points right now. That's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Had some nice returns here. You know, they're discussing things over there at St. Charles Catholic. Don't kick it to number 3. I would not kick this thing deep. You get to that second level, squib it right there. Go down and tackle somebody and see if you can make something happen. With East Ascension, no timeouts left. Here we go, ready for the kickoff. Little short kick, one hop. Get it back, coming across the field is Babin. Middle of the field, for 32-yard line. East Ascension, you know, you have to believe I still have a chance here. Oh, they're not playing very deep in the secondary. Nice throw down the field. Catch. What a throw. What a catch. Chopin down on the play. I could not believe that St. Charles was not any deeper than what they were. Yeah, I see some of these people. They were easing out of those bleachers, easing down those steps, and all of a sudden they're froze. They're not moving. Chopin. What a catch. We'll be back in just a second for the end of our game.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Pico Builder Supply.
Chopin under center. Nope, in the shotgun. Here he is. Cannot let him get hit. Go to the ground. The clock's running. No timeouts left. Under 10 seconds. Clock kill. Not going to have enough time. 0 on the clocks. What a game. 2 weeks in a row for the Spartans this fourth quarter. Just not as fortunate this week as they were last week. You're watching the EATEL game of the week. The East Ascension Spartans 9. St. Charles Catholic 17. I want to thank Lyle for all the help he does, getting everything prepared. Nolan, our producer. Chuck, our cameraman. JT, our spotter. You are watching the EATEL game of the week from Spartan Stadium.